faces in the audience, so it's good to see you guys. I always feel better when I look out and see friends. I get nervous when I'm supposed to be the keynote speaker. I know a lot of y'all, I'm more of an instructor and a teacher, and I do a lot of trainings. I think myself a stand-up comedian a lot. So when Leslie told me I had 10 minutes, I thought I have enough jokes to fill 10 minutes, I think, maybe. So I do get nervous kind of in the keynote world, so y'all pardon my nerves. Typically, keynote addresses are like climb something or cross something or survive something and write a book about it. I am a single mother of 2 teenage boys, so I'm a survivor. Or maybe they're the survivor. So I have not killed them yet. One is graduating this year, this spring. I believe, maybe, he's going to Auburn University, War Eagle. Maybe not, that can change. Maybe when I get home, he'll tell me something different. So I've got one that's graduating and one that's in the 10th grade. They're great boys. So I am a proud mom, but I have survived that. And I think they act, I told somebody this earlier, they begin to be horrible, right, just before they graduate from high school. Is that because then you do not mind when they leave? I mean, is that right? So you guys that have had them and they're like, Shannon, are you going to miss him? No. No? You can go. You can go today. Yeah, I'm not going to say. So all of that being said, when I thought about what I wanted to talk to you guys today, and officially y'all are my second keynote speech. I have been CEO at AAN for a couple of years. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, spending time with nonprofits across the state and even a little bit regionally. There's board members here that I have trained that y'all serve on boards, and I have the opportunity to have very intimate meetings and trainings and help you guys through tough decisions that I know are hard. Same thing with staff. I've worked with a lot of staff. And I really do enjoy my job and enjoy that part of my job. And I'm getting better at this part. So I am happy to be here to talk about what it means to volunteer, or at least what it means for me and my heart and what I see. I do have a strange ability, of course with a degree in engineering, not too strange, but I collect all the strange numbers in my head. And did y'all know, when y'all think about people volunteering in the United States, over 62 million people volunteer in the United States every year. And on average, it's between 50 and 60 hours a year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's an hour a week, 2 hours a week that they're giving their time. And when you multiply that, we are almost 8, it's 7.7 to be technically, but about 8 billion hours that Americans volunteer and help take care of each other, and what that means. And I think in the South, we probably tip the scales in the South. I think that we do it, our family volunteers, we watched our parents volunteer, we want to help our neighbors, whether it's official timed volunteer hours, but what we do just in the neighborhood and what we do to take care of each other. So as I was thinking through that and what I wanted to talk about today, because I'm not really a keynote speaker, but more of a teacher, is to frame that in the world of servant leadership. And I think servant leadership is a phrase maybe that a lot of us use, especially in the faith world. We think about we are servant leaders, but we're not exactly sure what that means. We use it a lot and I'm not sure. And it actually is a leadership philosophy. And I think those of you, like show of hands, who of y'all would consider yourself a servant leader? Probably most of you. It feels like I'm here to serve, I'm here to take care of folks. I strongly encourage you guys to do some work. Robert Greenleaf was the author of Servant Leadership. You can go to the Greenleaf Institute. But I encourage you guys to really study that leadership philosophy and what it means. I practice servant, and I say I practice servant leadership because I'm not great at it yet. I'm getting there. But it is based in Christianity. It's not just based. It is a Christian model. You'll recognize it when you read it. And one of the things that Greenleaf, Robert was an executive with AT&T and studied teams inside the corporation. And he realized that the teams that were most successful had leaders that served first. And then he wrote the essay, Leader as Servant, then became Servant Leadership. So I encourage you guys to research it and go through it. I'm going to tell you quickly about it. There are 5 benchmarks in servant leadership: love, empowerment, vision, humility, and trust. And most of those make very clear sense in that faith world. The one that really meant something to me is Robert Greenleaf's definition of trust is the ability to listen to another person and be changed by what you hear. Now, I had to eat a lot of ice cream and maybe a couple glasses of wine to figure that one out. That you really sit with it. I don't think these days we move